In this video, I'll be working through the question you can see on the screen here from the summer 2025 Cambridge A-Level Maths paper 3-1. I'm going to try and show you how to do this question and not just the solution. So definitely pause, rewatch certain parts of the video as you need to. If you're looking for a different question from this paper or a different paper entirely, have a look at the description below. You should be able to find a playlist there, or have a look around on my channel. Okay, let's get into the maths. In question 10, we're given this polynomial and we're asked to divide it by this polynomial and to find the quotient and the remainder. That's good information. We know there's going to be a remainder now. It doesn't go in evenly, so this is not a factor. There is a remainder. So how do we do that? We just do long division. We put this term over here with one exception. Let me write x squared minus 3. You don't have to do this. You can keep it straight in your head. But this is what I do, and what I advise students to do is make sure every term is there. The x squared term, the x term, the no x term. The x cubed term, the x squared term, the x term, the no x term. There's one missing. This is the x term here is missing. Put in 0x, whether it's on this part or this part. Put it in. It will help go through the whole thing. Okay, so we just have to look at the first term, the leading term on this, and the leading term on this. How does this divided by this one? What would you get? Or what do you need to multiply this by to get this? And the answer is just x. So to multiply x by all of this, we get x cubed, as we knew we should. X by 0 is just 0, but let's write it in. 0x squared minus 3x. This keeps them all neat in line. Take them away. This minus that, it's gone. As it should be. 5 minus this, we just get 5x squared. Minus 2 minus 3. So that's minus 2 plus 3. So that's plus x we get. And then take the next term down. There's 3 terms here. We want 3 terms here. Okay, what do you need to multiply x squared by to get 5x squared? The answer is 5. So multiply it out. 5x squared. That's 5 by that. 5 by 0 is 0 x's. 5 times minus 3 is minus 15. Very tempted to say, oh, it goes in evenly. It doesn't. That takes away that. X minus 0, we're left with x minus 15 minus 15. That does go. The remainder x. The answer to the question is the quotient is x plus 5 and the remainder is x. And another way to write all that information is, which is going to be useful in the next part, is this divided by this. I won't write it out again, too many things, but this divided by that is equal to x plus 5 plus the remainder divided by this guy, x squared minus 3. I won't bother putting the 0 plus x anywhere else. If you're unsure about that bit, just think of some simple thing like 8 divided by 3. That goes in 2 times. Plus 2 remainder, so plus 2 divided by 3. Same thing here. Goes in x plus 5 times x remainder. If you are finding my videos useful and would like to help the channel out, on top of liking and subscribing, probably the best thing you could do is to tell other people doing the exam about my channel. Maybe you could share this video in a class WhatsApp group. Then if you feel I've really deserved it and you would like to buy me a coffee, you could become a member on YouTube or on Patreon. You should find links to that in the description below. Okay, in part B, they want us to solve a differential equation. So that's here, dy dx, and inside this there's y's and there's x's. That makes it really difficult. This is one of the most difficult questions in at least college level maths, solving differential equations. The good news is, so don't panic too much, the good news is for A level we make sure to give them nice and simple questions that can be done with a nice method. Move all the y's with the dy, all the x's with the dx, and you should be able to solve it. If you try that here, you're gonna end up with a problem. You're gonna end up with this big. Actually, I guess we can do it to start with. Let's move the 6y over here, 6y, and move the dx over here. Okay, you've done that. You can differentiate. You can integrate this. This is fine. You can't integrate this side. Well, You can. It's just really difficult to do. Unless we could simplify this down. And remember, the first part, that's what we've pretty much done. I spelt it out a bit more. We can rewrite all this as 6y dy, that's fine. Instead of this side, we can take the answer from before. When you divide this by this, the answer we get is x plus 5 plus a remainder of x divided by x squared minus 3 with dx. This is a bit more integratable. You can integrate this term, easy. Integrate this one, easy. It all just comes down, can we integrate this term? So let's do that. Let's take that off to the side somewhere. Let's integrate x divided by x squared minus 3 dx. Can we do this? Looks hard, but not too bad. It's actually just a substitution. We take the more complicated part and hope that when we differentiate that, it will cancel out this part. So that more complicated part, u is equal x squared minus 3. Differentiate that, we get du dx is equal 2x, just 2x. I like to, you don't always do it, but I like to rearrange it so it's because we want to replace this dx. So we rearrange dx up here, 2x down there, we write it as dx is equal 1 over 2x du. Okay, let's replace everything with these new substitutions. This integral I will become, let's see, yeah, we'll leave x alone. This x squared minus 3, well that's the same as u, so we'll put a u in there. dx, we'll put in 1 over 2x du. This x cancels with that, and we're just left with the 1 over 2 can come out, the integral of 1 over u du. That is doable. That's actually just the 1 over 2 is left alone, natural log of u. Or, yeah, let me do one more line. 1 over 2 natural log of, instead of u, we're putting in x squared minus 3. So we can integrate that. So let's integrate everything now that we've done the hard work over there. So the integral is 6y. Y becomes y squared. Divided by 2, so the 6 gets divided by 2 is a 3. X becomes x squared divided by 2, which, yeah, we'll just divide that by 2. Just divided by 2. The 5 becomes 5x, and as we just did over here, this becomes 1 over 2 natural log of x squared minus 3. And they all have constants. So we can just put all those constants together, like a constant plus a constant plus a constant just equals a different constant. We don't really care about the names of them. I'm just going to call them C. And that's it. We're pretty much done, except they asked us to obtain an expression for y squared in terms of x. Well, there's y squared. There's no other y's. We just divide everything by 3. I'll just rub this 3 out. That becomes a 6. That becomes 5 over 3. That becomes a 6. And I guess c becomes a c over 3. But really, it's just a new constant if you want. You can change letters each time, like c1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just call it c. No big deal there. Now we're done. Oh, not quite. We're going to lose a mark for this. Maybe even 2 marks. Because what's c? They didn't say there could be a constant in it. And they gave us enough information to get rid of c. They told us that when x is 2, y is 2. All they had to do is tell us any 2 numbers for x and y. Because x and y change. Any given time they change. But c is always c. So if you find out what c is when x is 2 and y is 2, you find out c all the time. So we can put it in the general equation. So let's just fill them all in. The 2, y equals 2 and x equals 2. This becomes 4. This becomes 4 over 6. This becomes 10 over 3. This becomes 1 over 6 times natural log of 4 minus 3. That's 1. And that's going to go to 0. Plus c. We can multiply everything by 4. I'm a little out, sorry, by 6 to get rid of these 6's. I'm a little out of room, so I'll just put that in there. 24 that'll become 20. That's nothing. This multiply this by 6. We could just leave it as another c, but alright, let's put in a 6 here. Rearrange it, so we get 24. 4 plus 20 is 24. 24 equals 24 plus 6 c's. The c must be 0. It can't be adding. 24 equals 24. So this here must be 0. So c equals 0. I think you'd get full marks for writing that. But I'm guessing they would want you to write one more line. I don't really have room for it, so I'm going to put it in up here. That line is this line. Y squared equals x squared over 6 plus 5 over 3x plus 1 over 6 natural log x squared minus 3 without the c. Oh, sorry, they definitely want this down here because this looks like you just forgot the c up here. They probably want you to write this line one last time at the very end. This is the very end. They want you to write that. Okay, I hope that was clear. I apologize. I'm not very good at organising my board. I need more boards. I need like 5 or 6 of them. One of those that scroll up and down. Right, that's it for question 10. If you have any follow-up questions or you see any mistakes I made, let me know in the comments. Do me a favour, tell me where in the question it is and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.